Hello. Hello. I've been asked why didn't I use a regular 12-volt battery in my last experiment. Well, it was, 6 volts and 6 volts equals 12 volts. I was able to show you a 6-volt demonstration and a 12-volt demonstration. More importantly, since I had to go out and buy parts to explain this to people, I was able to at least use one part again, and that would be the flashlight. One usable flashlight out of the deal. So that's why that was done that way. And I was asked, well, can't you use a regular 12-volt battery? It doesn't make a difference, but okay, as you see, we're trying to do it. We're out here. It's kind of cold out here. We have the same 12-volt light bulb being lit from a car battery. This is the car battery in my truck. It has 850 cold cranking amps. This is a big sucker. It's for a truck. And now in my previous demonstration, you can see how much light this single bulb gives off. This is represents the headlight in my motorcycle, or any motorbike, scooter, or whatever that has a high watt bulb. And now we're going to take the other lights again and take the parallel hookup of lights and put them in series with this one, and you're getting a good, you can see pretty much how much light this bulb is giving off right now. And then we're going to hook up the other lights and see what kind of reaction we get out of that. Okay? As you can see, now, this light is virtually just as bright as it was a moment ago. We'll even cover up these lights here, and you see that this bulb is just as bright. These bulbs, we've added a 5th bulb from our last experiment just to show you how bright this bulb can get. The point of this is that you take an overdriven HHO unit, say you have a motorcycle with a headlamp rated for 20 amps, and your motorcycle can't put out another single amp for HHO because you will overdrive the charging system and drain the battery. So what we doing is we disconnect the headlight. Alright, now you have 20 spare amps to run an HHO unit, right? Well, you don't have a headlight. You got an HHO unit. Run one or the other. Well, okay. Now, you take an overdriven HHO unit that's running 40, 45, 50, whatever, 40 plus amps, which is too much for the bike. It'll have high output, but it'll drain the battery again. So, what we do is we use a resistor to bring the amps, to control the amps back down to 20. Alright, you have an overdriven HHO unit being controlled by a resistor to have 20 amps. going into it. Now, change the resistor for a resistor that gives off light as a byproduct, and you have your headlight back. These are representing the HHO units that are the overdriven HHO units that are being controlled by a resistor. Now, as I'm about to demonstrate here, why do you need so many units if you're not going to power them fully? That's the whole point. If you have an overdriven circuit, it can be controlled by another circuit. Now, I can only do this once without going back inside and resoldering everything. So, to demonstrate this again, let's without blowing my other bulbs, let's see here. We should take this wire. Oh, and I just blew 3 of my bulbs because I had the wrong circuit. But as you can see, this bulb is getting dimmer. That's what I wanted to do, but not in that way. So this experiment's going to have to be close enough, unless I go back to Radio Shack and get some more bulbs, which I'm not going to do. So now you just notice, if we only have a 20 amp HHO unit and hook a 20 amp light bulb up to it, well then both are going, the bulb here has been reduced. If you overdrive the light, if you overdrive the HH unit and control it with a resistor, that is the premise of my idea. Okay? And again, we have the light as it was before, showing as brightly as it was. And now we'll take the remaining 2 bulbs that are rated for 4.75. We will hook them up in series again, and they might blow because they're only rated for just under 5 volts. They might hold up, they might blow because there's only 2 of them. Before I had 3 of them. So we'll give it a shot. They're the only 2 I got left, so let's go for broke. Okay, we're going to try this in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. As you saw before, the bulbs hooked up parallel blew. The bulbs hooked up in series, and this time there's only 2 of them hooked up to a 850 cold cranking amps 12 volt truck battery, and they are holding up just fine. You just saw in the last one that the lights were blowing as I accidentally hooked up the circuit wrong, and now they are just fine. Alright, I hope this finally removes any doubt from anybody's mind about how circuits can be ran. So, happy experimenting.